2 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started here, folks. Welcome, everyone, to our weekly business meeting. Today is November 15th, 2022. The time is 2 p.m. Calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks and Duncan, and I would think Commissioner Filius would join us, maybe. Please join me in a moment of silence, especially in light of the students at U of I. All right, Pledge of Allegiance. Nisha, would you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. In the changes to the agenda, I was going to ask to add a 1F since you are here and since we would not have to schedule an entire meeting. Is that okay?
Yes,
Because it's time sensitive, so.
just establish the time sensitivity.
Yes, so we're going to talk about hiring outside counsel for a response that the commissioners need to respond to, I guess, probably in the next week or two. And so that would be the reason for the,
And the delay, would that make it impractical to wait?
yes, the delay would make it impractical. So with that, that will just be added to the very end of the meeting. And we will go ahead now with
Need a
approve.
motion for that?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Motion, can I have a motion?
I move that we place a item for executive session 1F at the end of the agenda.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Now for the minutes. Motion?
No changes to the agenda. That was a change.
That was
huh?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
that was
I
it.
move that we approve the meeting minutes 1 through 2.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Now we have consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar 3 through 6.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Now we have the payables list.
I move that we approve the payables in the amount of $798,088.22, with no jury panel payments for the week of November 7th through 11th.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Motion passes. Item number 8, First Amendment to the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Contract. And this is it Veolia? Veolia Ease Technical Solutions LLC. Our director, John Phillips, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. JP or John Phillips for the record. This one-year extension to an existing agreement with Veolia Services is for the transportation, disposal, and processing of household hazardous waste at our 2 transfer stations. Quoted pricing is reasonable and is in line with what other vendors would charge for this service. The approximate costs are estimated at $50,000 in fiscal year 23 for these services. In summary, the Solid Waste Department requests that you approve and sign this one-year agreement with Veolia Technical Services. The department did budget the funds to cover these costs, and this amendment was put together by Legal Services.
Okay. Any questions? Motion.
I move that we approve the First Amendment to the HHW collections contract with Veolia as Technical Solutions LLC for household hazardous waste collection contract.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Motion carries, and now we'll go on to number 9, grant award EMW 2022 SS-00109, and this is the sub-recipient agreement, State Homeland Security Grant Award and FEMA in the amount of $219,520.86, and there's no match. And then who is our representative from OEM?
Tiffany Westbrook, for the record.
Hi, Tiffany.
Before you is the grant award notice for the 2022 State Homeland Security Grant Program for $219,520.86. There is no match requirement for this grant, and my recommendation would be to move forward with the approval of this award.
Okay, questions? Nope. All right.
I move that we approve a grant award EMW 2022-SS-00109, subrecipient agreement State Homeland Security Grant / Federal Emergency Management Agency in the amount of $219,520.86 with no match requirements.
Second.
Commissioner Filios?
Aye.
Bill Brooks?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. Motion carries. Item 10, intergovernmental agreements for the collection and expenditure of impact fees with participating fire districts. And the fire districts are Eastside, Hauser, Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, Micah Kid Island, Northern Lakes, Spirit Lake, Timber Lake, and this would be Pat Braden.
Hello, Commissioners. This is Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecutor for the record, presenting these 7 intergovernmental agreements with the fire districts that Chair Duncan mentioned. So far, we've gotten 3 back signed from 3 fire districts. That would be Eastside, Spirit Lake, and Northern Lakes. If you approve these, you will be able to sign those 3 immediately, and I would also ask that the motion include authority for the board to sign the other 4 as they come in. These are in keeping with the impact fee ordinance and the resolution adopting the fire district's capital improvement plans, making those part of our comprehensive plan. Each contract provides that we'll keep $10 per building permit where impact fees are collected for our administrative costs. These will be paid to community development upon application for a building permit in the unincorporated county, and then the monies will be kept and dispersed to each respective district on a monthly basis. So I would ask that you go ahead and approve signing of all 7 agreements. And then when the other 4 come in, that way you can just sign them instead of having to put them on the business meeting agenda again.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Motion?
I'll take this one. Okay, so I move that we approve the, intergovernmental agreements for the collection and expenditure of impact fees with participating fire districts such as Eastside, Hauser, Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, Micah Kid Island Bay, Northern Lake, Spirit Lake, Timber Lake, and the remaining 4 districts that will be added and can be approved as they arise.
I second the motion.
Sorry, it's,
The other 4 aren't on the agenda.
so what Pat's saying is we have 3 agreements to assign today, and the other 4 that are listed on the agenda, so there's 7. So 3 we have today.
My mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all seven are on the agenda for approval.
I misunderstood the motion then. Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so just clarifying the motion that we're approving all 7 today, 3 we will sign today, the other 4 we'll sign when we get in.
Okay, so the motion is amended, it's indicated that we're approving 3 today and the other 4 that are later in the agenda.
No, we're approving all 7.
Oh.
We'll sign 3 today, and we'll sign 4 when they come in. It's all 7 are on here.
Second amendment on the agenda, we're approving all 7 today.
Yes, that's good. Second.
I'll second anything.
The
Sorry.
second is
Commissioner Filios?
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Item 11,
Thank
purchase
you.
of NeoGov, thanks Pat, candidate texting messaging feature, and this is with NeoGov, governmentjobs.com, and it is budgeted in CK with our HR organization.
CK Kirkpatrick with HR for the record. We're presenting an agreement to purchase from NeoGov, a feature that allows us to text candidates regarding testing, interviews, applications, all the things that go with recruiting.
All right. Any questions with that?
No.
Okay, and the amount is $1,796, which has been budgeted in the IT budget. Okay, motion?
I move that we approve the purchase of NeoGov candidate text messaging feature with NeoGov governmentjobs.com. And the purchase amount, I'm sorry, what was it?
1,796.
For 1,000, say that again, I'm
1796.
1796 in the FY 2023 budget for human resources.
Second.
Commissioner Filios.
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. All right, item 12 is our VSP, which is our Vision Care Contract renewal for 2023. And our Human Resource Director, Ms. Sylvia Proud.
Sylvia Proud for the record. What we have before you is our calendar year 2023 Vision Care Contract renewal, and our benefit plan design will remain the same, and it is a budgeted item that was approved.
Okay, questions?
None.
Right, motion?
So I move that we approve the VSP Vision Care contract renewal for 2023 with VSP Vision Care.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Filios.
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion passes. Item 13, our Rathdrum Prairie Aquifer Protection District Master Plan Consultant Contract. And this would be between the county and Dunau and Associates on behalf of our Aquifer Protection District Chair Nisha Mayani.
Thank you. So as you know, last year we set out to develop a master plan, the Aquifer Protection District Advisory Group. The consultant we had selected last year to do that work was unable to accomplish the work. So this year we went out for a full solicitation, request for proposals. We received 2 proposals, one from Dunau and Associates and one from JUB. After reviewing the proposals, including the qualifications, the scope, and the fee that was put forward, we are recommending moving forward with Dunau and Associates. We've done work with Andy Dunau in the past. We know that he has a long history with aquifer topics and planning and facilitation. So we're pretty excited to have him as a consultant on this. The fee that is proposed within the contract is stated as $28,500. We have a budget of $25,000. That $28,500 does include a 20% contingency, which we don't anticipate getting into, but that is what's reflected there. So our recommendation is to move forward with this contract with Dunau and Associates. And if we do move forward, then we would be looking at, in this 2023 fiscal year, hopefully having that complete. So
Great. Okay, any questions? All right, motion?
I move that we approve the Rathdrum Prairie Aquifer Protection District Master Plan Consultant Contract with Dunau Associates.
Second.
Commissioner Filios.
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you, Nisha.
thank you.
All right, number 14, Public Defender Contract with Bolton Law PLLC, and our own Terry Johnston.
Yes, this is a brand new conflict contract for Jill Bolton. She's been approved by Judge Meyer and the selection committee, and she is approved for all case categories. She's provided her W-9 and proof of insurance, so with your approval, she'll be ready to go immediately.
All right, any questions?
None.
Nope. Motion, please.
I move that we approve the public defender conflict contract with Ms. Bolton of Bolton Law PLLC and the BOCC.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Filios,
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, motion passes. Item 15, this is an advisory board appointment of Monty Cavadini, and this is to the Snowmobile Advisory Board, and the term expires December 31st, 2025. And this is to fulfill an opening of someone who did not reapply. And I guess we can handle item 16 together as well. Jonathan is not here, so I will be taking these. And then the reappointment of Donald West to his second term on the Snowmobile Advisory Board expires December 31st, 2025 as well. Any questions, gentlemen?
None.
Okay, and then I would take a motion to include both of their names and their expiration date.
I move that we approve advisory board appointments for Monty Cavadini and Donald West with their expiration dates being 31 December 2025.
Second.
Commissioner Filios,
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, all right, motion passes. And then we have two more advisory board appointments. This is for the alternate positions on the Fair Board, and this is going to be for Sharon Nelson, whose term would end January 18th, 2027, and Michael McLean, also term ending January 18th, 2027, and these are alternate positions. So are there any questions on these two appointments?
No.
All right, then I would take a motion.
Okay, I move that we approve the appointments to the Fair Board Advisory Board of Sharon Nelson and Michael McLean, and both of these are to expire on 1/18/2027
As alternates.
as alternates. Thank you.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Filios,
Aye.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, all right, motion passes, thank you. We are now to a couple discussion items, and then we'll handle our executive session that was added. Number 19 is the Garden Avenue crosswalks. We've talked about this a couple times before, but I think we're ready to take action next week, provided we agree that this is what we want to do. So Greg, if you would remind us what's going on Garden Avenue.
We want to do 2 crosswalk lights out there. It's total cost of $15,015.84. The city's willing to install those for us, so we'll save a couple grand there. But someone almost got hit again last week, so it's just something we're gonna have to look at doing.
Somebody almost got hit yesterday.
Yeah, I mean.
Yesterday?
Someone crossing the street. I was just,
Yeah, people
Yeah.
just, they come up the hill about 90 and don't think about it.
Jeez.
So, I mean, they think they need to get a run at the hill, so it's just something we're probably gonna have to do. I can probably take it out of my budget, I just don't know what that's gonna do to me at the end of the year.
What was the price again?
Little over $15,000.
And that's for the
15,000.
hardware, and then the
Yeah, and
city
then
will
yeah.
use their
They'll
labor.
do the installation.
They'll do the
Okay.
install.
Uh-huh.
And this is an older quote, I just didn't wanna, I wanted to know if you guys need me to go forward with this. I don't think it's gonna go up any, but it's a possibility. And then I just need to see when the city can install it.
I don't have any problem with it at all.
Yeah, me neither. So go ahead and bring it back as an action item next week
Okay.
with an updated quote, and then we can make it official and get that ball rolling.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
all right,
Thanks.
thanks, Greg. All right, and then I just want to give you an update, Hayden Area Regional Sewer Board Joint Powers Agreement. The city of Hayden now is responsible for about 75% of the ownership in wastewater units, and the sewer district is about 24%, and the airport is just about 1%, fluctuates between a little under 1%, a little over 1%. So met with the lawyers from all the entities yesterday, and we're just starting a conversation on what dissolution of the entire agreement would look like with Hayden, the city of Hayden becoming an owner of the sewer system, not the system, but the plant, the sewer plant. So just wanted to update you guys on that. We're gonna have a meeting on our regular harvest meetings Thursday, and we're gonna talk amongst the entities to see what that would look like. It's going to be probably minimum a year to 10 years before the dissolution can happen. There's about 5 questions that have to be answered, and one of them in particular is going to be a little bit more complicated. So just wanted to update you guys on that. I'm still pushing hard towards it. The little 1%er wants out, and so I wanted to get that moving. So just to let you guys know. And that is our regular meeting. Our status pending update list, there's still no forward movement on facilities expansion. We're still getting those contracts using ARPA funds. They have to be very specific in their wording. So no update there. And I would take a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 1F.
I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to Idaho Code 206 1F.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Filios?
Aye.
Bill Brooks?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
executive session.
I move that we exit executive session with staff to proceed as discussed.
I second the motion.
Commissioner Filios?
Aye.
Bill Brooks?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye. And now we will call for public comment. Seeing none, hearing none.
Hearing none.
It is 2:26, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.